Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. And speaking of today's creation, I totally forgot to choose my stamp set and color last week. So I'm going to do that now. All right. And I have Daisy Delight. Let's see what color I have. I have Crushed Curry. Ooh, not bad. All right, I'm gonna pull these, plan my card, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I had Daisy Delight and Crushed Curry. From the Daisy Delight, I'm gonna use this image, the large daisy, and those fun little flowers there. I have a piece of crushed curry that's 1 inch by 3 3/4. I have a scrap of Whisper White. I have a piece of Whisper White that is 3 3/4 by 5. I have a piece of Whisper White that's 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of crushed curry that's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. I have my envelope and I have my daisy punch. All right, first thing I want to do is to make my daisy, and I'm going to take my large daisy and stamp it 3 times. Make sure you do, when you put your daisy on your block, with 1 petal north and 1 petal south, and then your punch lines up very well. It's practically perfect. Okay, so I'm going to stamp my last one, and I'm pushing kind of hard because there's no mat under here, and this has a spot that doesn't like to stamp well. All right, for my 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece, I'm going to stamp these all over the back for some interest. I have to be careful. I've got ink on the top there. Let me wipe that off. I went and got my towel. You don't want that on your, see, I did it again. It's because it's probably should be on a smaller block, but I don't have a smaller block clean. So I'll just be very careful and wipe it off every once in a while so that I don't get it anywhere. And I am, as you can see, I am turning my paper so that I get this background in all different directions, and I have to pull in a piece after I get this done to take and stamp the edges so that it kind of goes off. Let me pull in a scrap piece of paper I've got sitting here. And I'm gonna stamp there and there. I'll wipe this off now. I need some here, there, there. And I'm just kind of looking to see where I need it around the edges and filling in. Just a few little dots down here. Okay. Here, oops. Got a lot of ink on there. I'll have a mess. And I'm going to stop with that. All right. rid of that paper. Now I'm going to take my piece of crushed curry and I'm going to take this image and I'm going to stamp it across my crushed curry. And again, I'm rotating my paper for some interest, catching the edges. All right, there, that's good. And I think what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to take my towel and wipe off my mat so that I make sure it doesn't have any ink on it. Okay, I'm going to fold my cardstock, use my bone folder for a crisp edge, and then this piece is going to be attached. But I cut this a little bit bigger, so I'm going to put this on first. That way I can trim it down. Before I attach it to my card base. And I'm just going to put it right there. And it's just a smidgen longer, but that way I can, oh, my scissors have a lot of tape on it. I gotta get that off. Not good. All right, now I can put this down onto my card base. And I forgot to stamp the center. And this is not the size I normally use. I use this every once in a while when I want more of the background card base to show. I'm going to go back and add my centers to my flowers because I forgot those. And I think I'm going to off stamp it so it'll be lighter, just for some interest. That one won't be on the top. That's why you stamp these ahead of time. There's my top one because those two are off just a little. All right, now I'm going to get my punch and I'm going to line this up. See how easy it is if you have one going north to south to take and punch it. Right. And I know a lot of people, these get hung up in there. If you pull down just slightly and then slide it over, it won't get hung up. The prongs in the center get caught on the prongs that you've punched out, and then you pull it out. All right, now where's my top one? Because that's this one. That one gets curled up. And be very gentle when you curl it. You pull too hard, you'll pull your petals off. And then this one's going to go down. Oh, and I don't have my dimensionals here, so I'm going to have to, and this one's going to go down. Okay, let me get my dimensionals. I'm going to take and I'm going to put a dimensional there, and I'm using half dimensionals and one there right next to each other. And I'm going to pull the backs off of this. I'm going to kind of push this one down so that I can take and line up my centers and have it offset just a little. And then I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of this one and do the same thing, but I'm going to fill in the hole from the other one. All right, match up my centers and offset it. There we go. And then to put my daisy on my card, I'm going to add a dimensional on the back in the same way. Okay. I think I'm going to put it there. Now, this one does more as a thank you, but you could put any sentiment on here you want. You don't have to put a sentiment at all. It's fine just like this. If you want to step it up, take your Wink of Stella and add some Wink of Stella to the center of your daisies. And it just adds a little sparkle. You could add ribbon. If you have a nice pretty white ribbon, that would work fine on here. But there it is. And to do the inside and the envelope, I carried that small daisy over and ran it down the side. Let's see what I'm going to do next week. All right, mix it up. All right, I have accented blooms. Ooh, this might be interesting. I've got two. And Night of Navy. Ooh. All right. If you like my project, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel using the button below. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I also have a Facebook group where I do Facebook Live on Thursday evenings. Head over to Facebook and search Creations in Paper and join the group. I'm going to do a fancy fold this week. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your online person. Send me a message and I'll see if I can help you. I hope you will join me next week when I do accented blooms in Night of Navy. Have a great day.